everybody. I am currently procrastinating on everything and I have a lot to do. I know already what I'm going to title this video. How to have a good semester. I filmed that video yesterday and it did not turn out as I wanted it to be. And I want to be a vlogger, not really someone who sit down and just do like random talking videos. So I decided I'm going to try to implement all the strategy I wanted to talk about in a vlog. To start, I always try to have a clean room, but that's not the case right now. As you can see, my desk is a little messy and yeah, but that's pretty much it. But to-do list. I printed this template of to-do list. I basically just print a bunch and just like tape them together. I make to-do list either at night before I go to bed or in the morning. I sometimes forget stuff like today, but that's fine. That's one thing I will recommend to do, is to always have a to-do list. The other thing that you should think about is your schedule. I personally try, and I'm still working on it, to allocate time for everything. This is what I came up with for now. Basically, I put the classes, the times I think I'm gonna go work out, the time I'm working, like at the coffee shop I worked at, and also the time I'm gonna film and edit. This is not what I'm gonna follow this semester because it's not working for me right now. So I'm trying to figure out my schedule. This is my second week of school. So those are two things that allow me to be organized, because to have a good semester, you want to be organized. Okay, now I have to do some homework, because you gotta do it to have a good semester too. One thing that I forgot to tell you all about how to be organized is get yourself a planner. Planner is like the first thing you should have. This is my planner. 2016-2017. So before class starts, I make sure I know when my breaks are going to be, when I have debate tournament, because that's a club I'm involved in. I know that's time consuming and I can't do homework when I'm there. Then when class starts, I write down all the finals and all the midterms and exam we're gonna have. And of course, every week I write down what homework I have. I use also my planner on my phone. I put there all my meetings, and if I have club meetings, I also make sure I put, for example, advisor meeting that I had today, or any other type of get together with my friends that I could forget if I didn't have my. The thing I will recommend you to do is to have a big calendar. Like this, you are able to look and know exactly when our stuff coming up just by glancing, and see what weeks are busy and what not. I have to take care of this right now because it's still December on my calendar. So right now, this is what I came up with. I made this calendar. If you want me to do a DIY on how I did this, just let me know, and yeah, I guess I will have to go grab all the material again. Or I can just put a link. It was on Pinterest that I found this, so I can just put a link down below. So that's one other way to be organized. What other tips do I have for you? One thing you might want to think about when you are starting a new class is, and you don't know anybody in that class, is to get other people's phone number. I did this for my stat class. So we have a group chat where if we encounter any problems, we can send a message to each other and be like, hey, so this was a struggle, how did you do on it? So we already used it, it's been like a week. You also want to know people that already took that class that you can turn to. So if you have a problem, if you have a friend that already took that class, it's always nice to know that, and so you can ask them questions. My school also offered tutoring or PAT session that are free, so you can go to those. It's sort of like an added class to your schedule where you do exercises. Speaking of assignment, it's a lot of reading in college. I know that for a fact since I have a lot of reading too. But one thing you want to think about is what is necessary reading and what is unnecessary reading. For my religion class and my honors class, I know that I need to do this reading, so I have to allocate a time slot in my week for that. But for my stats or my accounting, I know that I should do a reading, but if I do not do it before classes, I can catch up later on. One thing that you can also do is reading while doing exercise. Print a PDF of whatever you have to read if you can. Go to the gym, step on the treadmill, and just read as you walk. You get your exercise in, and it helps focus. Because I have realized that I am way more focused on what I'm reading when I'm actually doing something else, like walking while I'm doing it, than if I am just like sitting down at a desk and reading. One important thing of being successful at anything is to envision your goals so you know where your motivation is. So make yourself a list of all your goals for the semester. This is a sum of mine. And you should make sure you make one for like the whole semester on like, oh, I want to be able to like do all my reading in advance. I want to be able to find purpose in all my classes. I want to be able to move my classes early so I can read my notes from last class. I want to get more involved in club. Do not only use GPA as a goal, because that will not lead you to be motivated. But for example, finding a purpose for every class, meaning what do I want to get out of that class and what I think will be helpful for me, is an important factor of motivation. If you feel interested in a class, you're more likely to do the actual work for it. So after doing your goals for the semester, write down goals for each class. I think that will be helpful too, so every time you feel like slacking on a class, just go back to that list and just think about why this class is important and what you need to get out of it, so you can put the work to get the most out of that class. Now I'm gonna go hang out with my friends. Can you give me one advice?
Kill yourself.
No!
That's the best advice possible. You free yourself from all social obligations.
No, you have to give me a real advice to have a good semester.
Stop being annoying. I like his one better. Stop talking.
Do you want to give an advice? So I'm about to go hit the gym. I think that's another thing that is really important. Throughout the semester, you probably want to get that body moving. And as I said, you can do your reading. I got my reading. I'm gonna go on the treadmill and just read this. I think that's it for all my advice. Tell me if you have any other strategies I can implement in my routine to make sure my semester goes well. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful, and I'll see you in another video. One last thing, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Also, I'm thinking about making a follow along my journey of fitness video type of vlogs or type of series. Let me know down in the comments if you will be interested in watching that. Alright, that'll be it. See you in another video.